What more do you have planned for later on? I know you guys do your skits, you grind your gears and stuff like that. Is there anything else you're planning on adding to your channels or stuff?
Well, we recently started. Well, I'm gonna go back to my voice. Hi, my name is Mandy Kitana. I'm the real life Lois Griffin on the internet. This is my regular voice. So, what we were saying at the last interview is that I was working really hard to be original and to like do my own thing, and I still stick to that. But it was really hard on myself, and I realized that just by doing the acting roles exactly the way they are, or at least trying to get to that level, it made it a little more relaxing. And not only that, it also provided me a challenge to be a real actor, as opposed to like playing roles like gangsters and thugs and hoes. Like if you have to play an elegant person, it would actually take acting. So to actually play the Lois character and commit to the voice and the actual acting of portraying somebody else, it was quite the different change in direction in where we were going. And we're going to be continuing to do a lot more of those skits. Tell them about the last one we did.
Oh yeah, so we had the skit with Lois, and what was the skit again?
It was the one where I'm trying to entice Joe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, with the hose, and then and then all of a sudden Joe didn't need the pump anymore to have fun with fun.
He's the one with no legs.
She was saving their marriage with a little spice and razzle dazzle. But this is my real voice for those who haven't heard it. I'm Rob Franzese, otherwise known as the real life Peter Griffin. And I guess this started off as just a hobby with my friends, and like I've said before, it really took on a life of its own, and people ate it up immediately, and it's something as simple as a little while you're walking down the hallway, and you can see just how many people like light up with that, and that was really what attracted me to continue to keep doing it, and to spread that happiness around. But my ultimate goal, and it's been for a few years now, and it's still my goal, to become a voice actor in animation, and to not only just anime, but even like American cartoon, like really anything.
Do Roger Rabbit.
Breathe, Eddie!
Do Elmer Fudd.
Be very, very quiet. I want to wet it. I do a lot of voices.
He does like at least 70 cartoon voices, and I think he's way more than a one-show pony, and I'm very impressed by his vocal talents.
Thank you, Lois.
I love you, Peter.
I love you too, Lois. But yeah, no, I've been doing cartoon voices since I was a little kid, ever since, I was like 3-4 years old, just sitting there going, yeah, what's up, Doc? I mean, maybe it didn't sound exactly like Bugs Bunny back then, but the want and need to be a cartoon has been with me as long as I can remember. And when I, grew up and I found out that cartoons were brought to life by real people, I knew that that's something that I wanted to do. And when the whole Peter Griffin thing happened, that was kind of like my window into that world. I was like, you know what? I can just dress up like a character, or I can bring this character to life. And I kind of did that, and I came out of my shell at New York Comic Con in 2012. And it changed my life forever.
And to piggyback on the cartoon thing, I grew up in a really hard situation in foster care and in the system and things like that. But I only had one thing that Mandy got to have, and that was Saturday morning cartoons. Like out of all the things, I never got the toys, I never got anything, but my one thing I got to have was Saturday morning cartoons. And cartoons saved me. It was like my way to escape, and I've always loved cartoons, especially now as an adult. I now enjoy adult cartoons, which Family Guy is very much an adult cartoon. Contrary to everyone's belief that...
He's Shuey's age, you probably shouldn't be watching it.
Exactly. But like he said, it saved me, and I started pursuing animation because I also work as an artist, but I realized I was spending a lot of time on my own, and when I started cosplaying, I was like, oh, I can actually be a cartoon. And that just cascaded into everything that we've been doing, or I've been doing now.
Amazing. Especially from the 4 backgrounds that you have. I mean, the good thing is you found light between both sides, Peter and Lois. The fact that you wanted to finally do the character. You finally wanted to get out of your shell a little bit. You did it a little slightly, and the people loved it. And
it's funny that we can come from completely different backgrounds, and it still brought us to the same place.
Too much, too little.
We both had like descriptions on our Facebook pages that were real life cartoons, and that kind of sparked the conversation between us. And then turned out that she didn't live too far from me, and we collaborated, and we've been doing it for 5.5 years.
Oh yeah, we met on a cartoon shitposting website actually, and I was going to do my first Lois, that had orange hair at the time, and I invited him over to the photo shoot, but he was unable to make it. I was living in Harlem, he's in Long Island, and then like the next month, I was living like 15 minutes down the road from him, and I was like, what? So, and we've just been rolling out video and content since.
That's amazing.
He's
Especially
been doing this for 10 years, and I've been doing this for about 5.
October will make 11 years. Like I said, October 2012 was the very first time.
Well, we might not see
but it
you
wasn't
in
like I
October.
was going into it that long as a career path, you know.
Yeah.
I went viral the very first time. I was at a 4th of July barbecue in 2013, and somebody said that I was on the front page of Reddit, and I was like, oh shit, that's kind of funny. And I thought that like my 15 minutes of fame was over after Comic-Con had ended. And you got to figure, this is from October to July, so this was
a big
this was a decent amount of time since I had heard anything. So prompted because of that, I started bringing the Peter Griffin costume to other conventions. Because I started branching out. I started doing Sergeant Slaughter from G.I. Joe and wrestling fame, and I was doing other costumes, but the Peter Griffin thing was always like my home base because it was a comfortable costume, which is really what was the birth of the costume in the first place. I needed something comfortable to walk around.
Sometimes he doesn't even put on the pants when he does the, what are they called?
The cameos. I don't have to wear
It's
pants
so
when I
bad.
do
I have to put
cameos.
on a weave,
You can't make me wear pants when I do cameos, Chloe.
I mean, down with pants for sure.
They
but
don't
like-
pay extra for the pants.
My goodness, he just pops on the glasses. I have to put on a wig cap, eyeliner, contour, eyelashes, contacts, lipstick.
No, I just
And he's
put on
just
round glasses and complain.
Yeah.
There's not even lenses in these glasses. But yeah, it's been a wild ride, and I mean, the fact that I've shot almost 4,000 cameos since June of 2019, and all the conventions and the appearances, and it caught wildfire back in 2015 because my friends ended up deciding to follow me around with a camera at New York Comic Con 2014 and kind of do like a mini documentary about me and what I do and why I do it. And that just resonated with a lot of people. And to this day, people will come up to me and say, I got into cosplay because of the words that you said, like how it was like almost like therapeutic for somebody that doesn't think highly of themselves and doesn't really put themselves out there to take that risk and to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and enjoy the experience for what it is. And I'm still riding that high.
I mean, I would much rather be Lois Griffin than Mandy Kitana, because at least she's a Peter Schmidt, you know what I mean?
Hey, and Peter's married.
Well, the great thing is like we said, you guys were able to crush it, come out of your comfort zones.
I crush anything I shit on.